Hi Gemini, I'm going to get right into your reading. We're going to go with an overall energy and then get into it from there. Of course, I'll be using the tarot to clarify. I hope everybody is doing well. Let's see what the overall energy is. There's a little bit of almost an anxious feeling. Direction and night on the bottom. Night, which is a 33. To me, that's communication from spirit. And then here we have direction, which is a 12, which is a 3, which is also communication from spirit. So whatever issue you're thinking about currently in the moment, spirit is trying to guide you. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot and see if we can just get a little more clarity on what this is about. Okay. What is this direction? It seems that there are other people involved. The Seven of Swords. Spirit is trying to direct you towards your north, towards your true north, which could be away from someone. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. One more about this. What about this Seven of Swords? The Page of Wands and the Seven of Coins. And the Five of Cups on the bottom. I feel like, first of all, this could be love. This feels like love. This feels like anxiety about love. You know what I'm getting? I'm sick of thinking about it. That's what I'm feeling. I'm sick of thinking about it. It's like you want to put your energy and attention into something else. This Seven of Pentacles is really showing me there was a lot of time and attention and energy. But this is the thing. We can only put so much into something without getting something back or without some kind of understanding. And here it's like what Spirit is trying to tell you is not only is there something else for you, but there's something as far as work or career as well. Not that you need to change it, but it's almost like all the energy, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at like what a humanistic problem this is, because it happens so easily, but your mind, your neural pathways just keep going toward this person. And that's where your energy goes as well. That's where your attention goes as well. There's a possibility the more you think about this person, the better they do. Not you, them. So there's something about Spirit really wanting you to redirect the mind stuff. Wow, interesting. There's this Yoga Sutra and it says, Yoga is Chitta Vritti Nirodha, which is the idea of you become one when you stop letting the mind fluctuate, when you stop letting the mind chase desire after desire, and you redirect it. So how do you redirect it? You redirect it by, when you notice you're doing it, you hold your attention and you bring it to something else. And the more you do that, the quicker you can channel this energy into possibly someone new, which I'm feeling is on the horizon, or at least into the things that you're creating. Okay, so what is it you don't see about this that Spirit wants to put a spotlight on? This is very interesting, Gemini. In the vastness of it all. Okay, time to move on. Time to move on the bottom. Okay. This is interesting because these almost mimic each other. It's like they're both, the crow and this dude here, they're both looking out into the vastness. Spirit is saying that your attention focused on this person is actually taking away from the many possibilities. It feels like the Seven of Cups that is actually there. Let's clarify that a little bit. I'm getting some interesting feelings about that. It feels a little bit like the Seven of Cups, but yet it feels a little bit like the Hermit. So let's see. The vastness of it all, which is 38, which is an 11, which points to, for me, basically a relationship. The Eight of Cups on the bottom and the Four of Wands, it's like, in order to find, it's like, I know that you know there is a life made specifically for you, waiting for you, which is here, this Four of Wands. But it's like, to get to it, you have to walk away from the things that aren't giving back to you. And by giving back, I'm really talking about energetically and emotionally. I'm hearing with time. So if somebody isn't giving you their time, that is a huge indication that there isn't an equal energy exchange there. Okay, let's look at what can be learned. So what can be learned here? We always go through something for a reason, right? So what is the lesson? What can be learned? Healing chaos on the bottom. This card for me, I'm just gonna, this is probably not, well, definitely not for all of you, but for me, this is almost like a trauma bond of sorts when this comes up in a relationship reading, and it is on the bottom. So you might look at, why are you attracted to this person? Why is it hard for you to move on from this person? And just on the flip side, I'm not saying that this won't come around again in the end at some other time, but there's something about you feeding energy in this direction that keeps them on a plane that they're not going to go seeking. They're not going to go wanting. They are somewhat fulfilled or fulfilled enough. There's something about you taking back your thought process to your work, your creativity, your community. I want to get a little clarification on that because I'm feeling a couple things. This is in the what can be learned, and I think some of this has to deal with finding a community that have been through similar things. This feels like healing. This all feels intertwined though. Okay, interesting. That one, they said. Yes, this, funny. Two of Swords, Three of Swords. So this is exactly what I was feeling. There's a community of people that have been through what you've been through. If you're healing from a breakup, if you're healing from abuse, I hope not. If you're healing from a narcissist, if you're healing from a karmic relationship, good or challenging, whatever it may be, there's something about learning that in a good way, this is not a unique situation. There are people that you can learn from and that can help you and that can give you the strength when you don't have strength, okay? So let's go ahead and move forward. That's what I'm hearing. Where support can be found. So where can you find support? Where are we going here? I'm getting an interesting directive. So I'm seeing, I think there was almost an accident. Wow. That's pretty rare. Okay, sorry. That was really interesting. So this is what happened. I was seeing a fast car when I was going to pick up the deck, and then when I started to focus again, there was almost an accident, which I'm guessing was a stolen car because they took off from that parking lot like I've never seen, and we have a lot of that in this area. But also, I was seeing this fast car as I turned back around move into a quickly try to attend a concert of sorts. It's an outdoor venue. They were getting there really, really quickly. And I was just being told to move to where support can be found. So I'm not sure what the car significance was, but I definitely was feeling like getting out in your community, listening to music. I don't know, maybe you like to drive quickly, but that was the first time I've had that happen. That was intense. Gemini, so where can support be found? Sorry that took so long to get through. It was very interesting. Oh, this is beautiful. Look, in order. I've never had them come up in order. After the storm and inner trust. I'm hearing get the hell out of Dodge. Maybe that's what that car was about. Get the hell out of Dodge. That's the advice from Spirit. After the storm and using your own inner trust, your own intuition. You know, we all have a sixth sense. And Spirit is sending you direction on this, which is really interesting. Probably in the form of signs and symbols. Okay, so I'm being asked to grab you one of these cards. These often come up when there's a karmic cycle being completed, which really just means a cycle of learning a lot of the time. So you might want to check out your 6th house. This has to do with sickness and health, with service, with work, with small animals. I'm seeing cats. That's interesting. So let's get any advice. What an interesting reading, Gemini. Even came with outside interference, right? Also, I'm just feeling like be very careful if you are a quick driver. I'm not sure what's going on with this, but there's definitely a message there for you. It may have something to do with the idea of moving your energy. I'm hearing, yes, thank you. Moving your energy from this person is going to move you quickly into your life, into that which is meant for you. Self-love. This did initially come out in the reverse. So I think it's going to be really, really important to do things that make you happy. I mean, what I was seeing in my head was people joyously going to a concert quickly, having a great time. Oh, the Queen of Swords and the Lovers. You really need to make this choice to not accept less than you deserve. I teach people to see the signs from Spirit, and this is probably my biggest card out of my many, many decks that tell me that Spirit is sending you signs and symbols to direct you to essentially your happiness. The first thing Spirit is telling you is every time you catch yourself sending your energy, your attention, because it's strong, you have a strong energetic field to this person, to notice you're doing it first. Then what I would suggest is doing a mantra or something. So, you know, that could be an actual spiritual mantra, or it can just be a song. It doesn't matter. It's a trick from the brain. It's a trick to train your neural pathways from where you're giving energy to where you want to put the energy. So every time you notice, recognize you're doing it, go into your little song or go into your affirmation, whatever it may be, even if it's, I need to cut this shit out, get on track and start thinking about the things that are going to bring you happiness. I hope this was helpful, Gemini. Love y'all.